At that, it is my pleasure and honor to introduce Representative Bob Craven, who will give a few words.
Thank you, Speaker, for your leadership as well as the support for this legislation and the concept of doing something to stop gun violence. Same with you, President Ruggiero. We've both known each other a long, long time. Last year, I was watching the news, CNN, and learned a little bit about the bill, the subject matter of this bill, this bump stock bill, the shooting in Vegas. You'd hear I was a former prosecutor, so I know a little bit about guns. And you would hear the rapid fire nature of the shooting that was in the audio. Someone mentioned something on the news about a device called a bump stock. I went to work. I talked to one of the young associates that works with me, and I said, will you go on the computer and find out what the hell a bump stock is? And found out it was a device that turned a semi-automatic rifle into an automatic rifle. And that it was available not only on the internet for $200, but it was available to be purchased by my associate if he had chose to. It shocked me, as the shootings and the nature of this gun violence continues to shock the world, to shock Rhode Island, to shock the country. We came together this year and did something about it. Now, there are competing values, there are competing interests, but in this instance, they came together. We realized from a tragedy of 50-some people that died that something good can come from it, to do something that this would never happen here in Rhode Island. And later on, when the governor signs the bump stock bill and also signs the red flag bill, we will have tools to stop these things from happening. Now, what is the answer to violence? None of us know. None of us know. But you can't sit on the sidelines and say, somebody's got to do something about it. All you folks here today are doing something about it. The governor is doing something about it. The leadership in both the House and the Senate are doing something about it. For that, I'm grateful. It makes today a safer day and a better day. I think often of, in my lifetime, some of the historically sad violence that has taken place in the form of gun violence. Ironically, next Wednesday, 50 years, Bobby Kennedy was shot and killed. Gun violence by a person who should have never had a gun and who was mentally ill. His famous quote, which was made months before his death, was, "Some men see things as they are and say, why? I dream of things that never were and say, why not?" Today, I say, why not an end to gun violence? Thank you.